What up, good people?
Good people.
This is your man, J Bone.
Mills
We two regular brothers.
doing a podcast, man.
Two regular brothers doing a podcast.
You know,
We back at y'all again, man, to hit y'all with discussion about the presidential campaign.
about the state of the union.
Man.
We finna have a town hall meeting right here.
This is crazy, man. It's never been this divided in a long time. Even though it's been simmering under the rug.
It's boiling over now.
Yeah, it's been a
Boiling
long
over now.
time coming, and now we see the division. There's certain people who've been feeling a certain way for a long time.
Just one saying.
Yeah, and now they decided to make themselves known.
Voice their opinion.
Yep, come right out and open and decide this is where I stand. You know, so
We're gonna make it great again.
yes,
how
you
they
know
be.
we got.
I'm talking about they got so much. You know, I mean, I'm just gonna tell you the truth now.
Yeah.
I'm gonna be fair-sided. You got the right to be as supporting as you should be to your cause. So that's not what's funny to me. What's funny to me is they don't understand the messenger or the message. It's like they just overlook all the bad things and like, well, I'm gonna pick out this good thing because,
Right.
you know, I don't personally like politicians. I think all of them lie. I think all of them are corrupt.
I think that's fair to say.
You understand what I'm saying? I think all of them have their own agenda to fulfill.
Yep, I think that's fair to say.
So, you know, I don't like any politics.
As two regular people, we definitely feel that.
And I got the right to.
Yeah.
I work every day.
Yeah.
That's why y'all ain't got no content.
It don't seem to matter. It don't seem to matter who's elected. It don't change us.
It don't change
It
us.
don't. The state of how we live.
I ain't gonna lie though. I got about a quarter raise last time somebody got elected.
Okay.
I got about a quarter.
And
The
you
way
haven't got nothing since.
they ain't showed it to me. If they ain't showed it to me, when I got on my glasses, I been had them on for a couple of days.
Yeah,
They ain't
so-
showed them to me.
As y'all gotta know, we are referring to the upcoming 2024 presidential election between Kamala Harris and Donald Trump.
There's a couple of more candidates though. That's the only two people talk about.
Yeah, you're right. It's
See, and you know
You're
that's
right.
another
Right.
problem with the United States voting, because when it get down to they don't talk about the front runners.
They don't talk about the independents.
They don't
right.
talk about the independents, conservatives who running, and you know, I don't think that's fair. You know what I mean? I think everybody should get a fair shot. You know what I mean? Just because I can't afford a $5 million commercial, don't mean that I should be exposed just as well. It's a publicity campaign.
Right.
So you know, they throw dinners, man, $10,000 a plate, bro. Can you imagine what they eating at them $10,000 a plate? I don't know, but I want a half a cow when I leave. You understand what I'm saying? I want the Wagyu beef and the regular beef.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right.
I want all $10,000 a plate dinners, bro. Fundraising. What they raising funds for?
Yeah. They raising funds to be able to do commercials and advertisement and disinformation.
Man, take that money to the home.
Stuff
man.
online.
Give it to the people who really need it. Because
Social
you
media.
really don't need that. Because if somebody going to vote for you, they're going to vote for you anyway.
Yeah, I agree.
Most candidates back, you know, it was word of mouth.
But the thing is to get as many votes as possible. Not only you know you're gonna get those votes that are guaranteed, but you throw the other extra stuff out there to get those people that might be undecided.
Man, they trying to get them electoral votes, man.
Yeah,
That's what they trying to do. They trying to get them electoral votes,
they
man.
want that.
Do you think they care about the masses of the people? We didn't see in a couple of elections where they didn't stole an election because of electoral votes.
Yeah.
So those are the places that they aim for.
That's what Trump did.
And that's what everybody
You
else.
say you say you got extra money when Trump was in office, but
I ain't say that. I ain't say that. I did not say that.
You said where somebody got elected. So
I
you
say
weren't
he
referring to Trump.
released those stimulus checks,
The stimmies.
but he ain't had no choice. See, he was trying to save face. He was trying to save face because of the COVID. You got to remember.
And he was smart for putting his name on the check. So then when people got their checks, they thought that Donald Trump was the one that gave them the stimulus.
But not only that,
But
man.
it wasn't him. He
You
actually tried to stop the stimulus.
Look, I'm just gonna be honest. I'm a male myself. I'm a male. I try to figure out in so many ways. Like, is it the race or is it it's not the race of Trump that makes him be in this category to where he almost winning. It's most men think like Trump. Most men want to get away with stuff.
Okay.
Most men, you know what I mean, have gotten away with stuff, especially against women, all their lives. You understand what I'm saying? Yeah. And I thought it was a race thing, like, oh, it's only the white guys who backing them. But you got black guys and you got Mexicans who support Trump. And he don't want him over here. So I had to try to figure out why. And then I started thinking about, okay, this man that got off with rape allegations. This man that got off as a presidential candidate, excuse my French. I'm not trying to be nasty on this podcast, but I'm trying to tell the truth. Telling reporters, yeah, he'll grab him by the pussy. You understand what I'm saying? If he can get away with this, what man wouldn't want him in office so they can get away with it?
That's actually a really, really good point. That's a great point. I agree with that in a certain sense that I think there's definitely a group of people who would love the opportunity to be able to do whatever the hell they want to do.
Whatever the hell they want.
Yeah, I agree with that.
That's just all. That's what I see.
Yeah,
you know?
and Trump advocates that, and so I think a lot of people ride
and
with
he
him.
tried it, and I mean, I'm talking about this man is so blatant and disrespectful, man. You know, like I say, I don't get into politics, but I do see the news. And what happened? He talking about freeing the people who ransacked the Capitol, man.
Right. And it's the thing that,
because of that macho attitude.
Yeah,
they took over something.
And this is the thing, man, that cracks me up. Now the majority of people who, and it wasn't all white people, but the majority of people who ransacked the Capitol were white.
A lot of them was black, and a lot of them was Hispanic, and a lot of them was Native American.
Yep, it was a few in there.
It was a couple of Eskimos in there.
But if it was flipped, if it had been a majority of black people,
they would have been shot down on the steps.
And
it would have been a gun turret. It would have been a gun turret at every window and door at the Capitol.
But here's the thing.
I wish I had my sound effect. It ain't working. I'm gonna press this 100 times, see if it come on. I'm telling you, it would have been 100 turrets pointed at us.
Right.
You understand what I'm saying?
You're right. It's a good chance there would have been.
If the Million Man March would have turned around when Farrakhan was up there talking, everybody just turned around to face the Capitol. They probably would have started shooting in.
That's a good point, man. But but can you imagine if it was majority of black people who went in there, ransacked the Capitol,
no, I can't imagine.
and urinated all throughout the halls.
Not even in the movie.
And defecated. I'm gonna use the word defecated.
Not even in the movie.
I'm gonna try not to cuss.
I can't imagine that. Not even in the movie. If I say in the movie, I still couldn't imagine.
Yeah. So they don't talk about that people actually defecated and urinated in the halls once they got in there. They don't mention that. They don't talk about that. But if it had been some people of
color. We're not gonna turn this to a black and white thing because
you're right. Because
if it would have been people of minority stature, then they would have been dead.
It'd have been a heavy focus on the damage that was done on the Capitol.
This man told them, "Come on, let's march down there."
They always like to talk about how.
Did you see the video at the rally right before they stormed the Capitol? He told them flat out, "Y'all act like y'all scared. Y'all need to go down here. Let's go right now." He told them to march down there.
And said he was going to go with him, and he didn't go.
Bro, no, that's because the driver refused to go down there. See, it's a whole nother. He had an argument with his, I think she was the chief of staff.
Yeah, he wanted to go.
Yeah, he wanted to go, and they wouldn't let him go. You know, they wouldn't let them go. They was like, oh no.
Yeah.
You started some shit. These motherfuckers actually marching down here.
Yeah.
You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So what I'm saying, when you got that's a dictatorship. You understand what I'm saying? We run under a democracy in the United States. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You get a choice. Yeah, with a dictatorship, you don't get a choice. You do what the dictator say.
That's true.
Same thing that's going on over there in North Korea. You understand what I'm saying?
And that's what he said he wants to do for just one day. But if somebody said they want to do it for one day,
he gonna change
that means they want to do it for 2 days.
Yeah, he gonna
3 days,
yeah.
4 days.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So then it's.
And guess what the one day gonna be? All right, shit, I got dictatorship. Okay, well, since I'm the dictator today, I'm finna sign in the bill and say I'm the dictator forever.
Forever.
You understand? Yeah, give it to him for one day if you want to.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Yeah. And like I said, man, it just bothers me because they always want to make it seem like when black people move in homes, we bring down the value. And they always want to point out, you know, whenever there's any type of violence
hey, let me
at a protest, they want to talk about how violent things are.
We are the goal of the United States of America. The black people are the goal of the United States of America. We don't want to get into this subject because then I have to get intelligent and let people know about the straw man accounts. How every time since you've been born, your social security number is a bank account. And they've been putting money in that bank account for you since you've been born. Yeah. And you worth more dead than alive to America.
Yeah, we ain't gonna get into that
exactly
in this segment, but
yeah, we ain't gonna get into it.
Making some very good points.
Yep.
He makes some very good points. But yeah, it's a big election coming up. But you know,
vote.
You brought up some good points, but you also forgot to mention the movie that's coming up that's kind of.
That's why I know y'all probably see I'm a little agitated and hostile, but this why, because I want to talk about this movie. You laughing and grinning. But
no, I'm just
and skinny.
No,
but I'm really mad about this.
I'm laughing because you very animated. You are animated.
I'm mad about this. Now let me tell you about the movie. It's called The Order. It come out December when?
What's it say? December what? Oh, December 5th.
December 5th.
December 5th.
A month exactly
after
the election.
Yep, it's a month after the election.
I would urge everyone just to go see the preview of this movie.
Director is Justin Kurzel.
Mm-hmm.
Writers are Zach Balin,
mm-hmm.
Gary Gearhart,
mm-hmm.
and Kevin Flynn. Some of the stars are Jude Law, Nicholas Hoult, and Ty Sheridan.
And I like Jude Law and Ty Sheridan.
Yeah, but good actors.
What I want to say is this. I would urge everybody to go look at this.
But that's a good point, man.
It's based on a true story.
It is. The storyline.
Why would they release this movie a month after the election?
That's a good question.
I know everybody, y'all probably like, huh? What they talking about?
As divided as we are.
It's called The Order.
Yep. Here's the storyline. In 1983, a series of increasingly violent bank robberies, counterfeiting operation, and armored car heists frightened communities throughout Pacific Northwest. As baffled law enforcement agents scramble for answers, the lone FBI agent, Law, he's going to be starring in that role,
Law.
Stationed in the sleepy, picturesque town of Carrier-Alene. I don't know how you say it, but it's in Idaho. They probably know people live in Idaho next to that. Yeah, however you say that, in Idaho.
But comment, subscribe, and tell us what the name of y'all town is.
Yes, please do that. Anyway, they came to believe the crimes were not the work of traditional financially motivated criminals, but a group of dangerous domestic terrorists inspired by a radical, charismatic leader, Holt. That's the actors playing the role. Yeah, plotting a devastating war against the federal government of the United States. That's a good point, man.
And look,
it's just coming out.
This is not a fictional depiction. This is based on true events. So if these small little cells is doing this, man, what can we expect if we got a tyrant in control?
Who's pumping them up? Who's
Pumping them up to
agitating
do
them?
this.
Yeah,
You
who's
understand what I'm
agitating
saying?
them? Yeah,
And releasing them if they get caught.
yeah, yeah. You know,
I think the state of America, we need to. I mean, I hate to sound boring, but kumbaya